Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Royal Red Zone channel. It is your boy, Blitz Renegade, back with another video. I already let you guys know that I was going to be coming with this video about how the WWE and the NBA are ruining, the leagues right now with the nostalgia and all this talking about the past. So if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening to your boy. Let's get right on into it because this is a topic that I'm very passionate about. Very, very passionate about. So let's get into it. The 90s, they're not coming back. They are not coming back. And the WWE and NBA refuse to let them go. The fans, the executives, even the people at ESPN and all these other networks and Fox. So you've probably heard of players like Giannis Antetokounmpo. You've heard of players like Nikola Jokic. You've heard of players like Jason Tatum. You want to know something all those players have in common? They have a ring. Think about players like Charles Barkley, who don't have a ring. Think about players like Allen Iverson, who don't have a ring. And they stroke these guys off. They'll have you guys believe that these dudes could do no wrong in their era. It just doesn't make any sense to me. We're stuck in the past over guys like John Cena, The Rock, even CM Punk. While we have new stars like Braun Breaker and Ludwig Kaiser and Ilya Dragunov and all these young bucks coming up who should be our main event, and Gunther. You know, it sucks that I call these guys jobbers and stuff like that, but in order for the new talent to get their, get it out there, they need a chance. You can't just keep on bringing back the old guard and expecting us, the new guard, to get over. How are they going to get over if you always push the old people? This WrestleMania season is a prime example. There's no new people really being featured. You got all 40-year-olds being pushed. Dudes who are way, way past their primes. Everyone always wants to live off of the 90s of the NBA, the Jordan days, and the Attitude Era. That's all I'm hearing about. That's the compared. It's always compared about. In WWE, we got guys like Roman Reigns holding titles hostage, and Cody Rhodes holding titles hostage. CM Punk coming back. The Rock dropping in whenever he wants to. Cena when a new movie ain't working out. Let me just come on back to WWE and do my thing, And it's not Charlotte Flair. And it's not right when you have people who bust their tail all year long and they can't even get a chance because we're always going to make room for this old person. You can come back whenever you want to. That's what Triple H said. John Cena, WWE will always be John Cena's home. And it's just not right. It's not fair. And one of the things that makes me really, really frustrated about the 90s for basketball is Jordan. There will only be one Michael Jeffrey Jordan. And there's players in his era who didn't compare to him, if you really think about it. And so it's just like, why do we act like he's just like all that there is to celebrate about the game? We have players like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. We have players like Donovan Mitchell. There are players in this league that are great, and all they want to cry about is the ratings are down. And Michael Jordan would never load manage, or Michael Jordan would never do these things. But these players, it's the old guard, old media. They just want to bash today's age for no reason. Today's age literally does nothing. Today's age literally just shows up and plays, and they're catching strays for showing up and playing. Showing up, playing, going home. Yeah, they're getting paid millions, but just because you're getting paid millions doesn't mean you want to be talked about and criticized all day long. Mad because Anthony Edwards doesn't want to be the face. LeBron was right. Who would want to be the face of that sorry league when all you're going to do is just talk trash about, he didn't win a playoff game, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. So it's just frustrating for me, because all they want to do is talk negatively about the players, never having anything good to say about the players. And it's just frustrating. I don't know why we move like this. The 90s are not coming back. They're not coming back. So what we need to do is we need to demand that they push our stars and that they celebrate our players. And because these players need to be celebrated. Players this day and age are dropping 70 like it's nothing. And it's not because there's no defense. These players are just so skilled and so so, you know, they're the best players on earth to ever play basketball. So it's not about whether they're not playing defense or they're not going hard. It's not about that. And same in the WWE. There are really good WWE talents. But instead of pushing those people to the moon, what we do is we 50-50 book them. And then we have them go out there and lose to people they know they should be winning against. And it's just annoying. So, this is another thing that had me really, really frustrated with the WWE. We obviously know the WWE is a fake sport, but they want to try to play it off as if it's this day and age wants to try to play it off as if it's a real sport. As if, like, I don't know, that they really hate each other and they're really mad at each other. But then you have guys like The Rock, the kayfabe killer, coming out after the shows are over, and he's saying it was all a joke. It was all fake. You know, I love Cody Rhodes. That's my brother. And this is how we set it up, pulling the curtain back. And it's just like, so what are we to believe? You know, we can only suspend our disbelief for so long. And so now it's just frustrating for me as a fan of both to sit back and watch one gets bashed because they push, you know, I guess this is what I'm trying to say. People were saying that the WWE roster was stacked to the brim, telling me that it was the most stacked it's ever been. It's such a good roster. I am waiting to see where the proof in the pudding is. Where is the proof? Because right now, the top of the card for WrestleMania is Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, you know, Drew McIntyre, dudes who are in their 40s, even LA Knight, and dudes who are in their 40s. Where is like Austin Theory and Braun Breaker and Ludwig Kaiser? Like, where are like Carmelo Hayes? Like, where are the young stars? It's the same in the NBA. It is the same in the NBA. They're pushing Steph Curry and Kevin Durant and LeBron. And that's, if you ask an average, you know, person on the street about NBA basketball, they could probably tell you those three names, and then they wouldn't be able to tell you right now, oh, Donovan Mitchell, he's on the Cavaliers. They wouldn't have known that. You know, you ask them about a Luka, they probably heard about it, but they probably be like, oh, you know, that they know about the trade, but like they probably be like, oh yeah. If you ask an average person who didn't actually hear about it, oh yeah, I didn't know he was on the Lakers. Wow, how'd that happen? You know, they wouldn't be able to tell you about that. And all the media does is just overhype and hypothetical, and is this person the face, and is this person that, and you know, and we don't need to be talking, like, these sports shows shouldn't be doing these debates every day. What these sports shows need to go on there and do is just talk about the game, highlights of the last night. Give your thoughts and opinions about the game. That's it. But instead, they'd rather make a story. Oh, it's like Kyrie got hurt recently, so they're just giving their like thoughts about Kyrie getting hurt, even though the Pistons probably played last night, the Jazz probably played last night, the Hornets probably played last night, the Celtics, the Cavaliers, so many teams probably played last night. But we're gonna just talk about this one game, then we're gonna go back to football. Then that's it. You see what I'm saying? And it's just messed up that you basically only want to talk about basketball when it's either the finals or when LeBron James says the old media is terrible. And really what all the media guys do is they make it about themselves. Stephen A. Smith, all you do is sit there and, oh, I know he's talking about me, so I got to tell him that you make too much money. And, you know, and it's like, dude, no, you don't have to do that. No one even really cares. Like, no one's mad at you, but we want you to call it down the middle. And stop. And then I watched Stephen A. talk about it while he was answering what LeBron said about the media. He was literally living in the past, living in nostalgia, going back to what Michael and Cole, and he didn't have any answer for it. All he was just saying was, when you have the killer instinct like Kobe, or when you do the things that Magic does, and like, no. No one wants to hear that anymore. I want to hear about Giannis Antetokounmpo overcoming the gentleman's sweep, overcoming the 2-0. Why don't we talk about when Nikola Jokic was doing all the triple doubles and led his team to the NBA Finals? Why don't we talk about Tatum and all them? Tatum and the Celtics, when they went to the NBA Finals just last year, they barely talk about the Boston Celtics, and they won the championship last year. How about this? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Donovan Mitchell have led their teams to the best record in a really, like, they're 49, 50, and like 10. And they're talking about is the NBA media criticizing. If you don't get out of here with that, like, come on, celebrate the game. The players are having a phenomenal, two teams are having a crazy year. And when I watched those games, they were both blowouts. It was like, those were some good games. The Celtics, or the Cavs, blew the Thunder out the first time, then the Thunder came back and blew them out at home. And those were good games, like, you know. So it's just like, celebrate the game. And then the last thing that I want to point out about WWE is the what and the yeet. Shout out to the wrestling, the wrestling podcast, a couple wrestling podcasts that I listened to. She was saying on her podcast, I think it's In Color Wrestling, or Wrestling in Color, I think that's her podcast. She's a really good YouTuber. You guys should check her out. I'm going to put it in the description so I can give her the credit that she deserves. But she was saying that what? Stone Cold, what? Is literally yeet of right now, this day and age. But everyone, like, acts like because Stone Cold was a main eventer his whole career, that's more important or more over than what Jey Uso is doing, just because Jey Uso isn't a main eventer. When what is just as annoying? What is so annoying? A lot of people get annoyed by what while someone's trying to cut a promo. Like, it's not cool. It's not cool. I can't stand it. I don't like what. You literally have someone out there, like, talking, just because they're a bad guy, they'll literally be talking about something that's actually matters and it is important. And you got idiots in the front row who just don't care and just need to be yelling something. What? At least with yeet, they're not just, like, screaming yeet they are while he's talking, but at least it's not while someone else is talking. It's only when Jey Uso comes out. And so I just don't understand that, going back to that, why one is cool from the 90s, but the other one isn't. And that's exactly how it is in wrestling and in basketball. And I just thought that was a good topic, because those two sports are two of the most nostalgia-driven. Everyone always wants to flash back to the 90s of the Attitude Era and of basically the Bulls era. Because if you really think about the 90s, all it was is the Bulls. That's all they talk about is Jordan. And then in the 90s, all it is Rock and Stone Cold. Rock and Stone Cold. So there's literally three people that they stroke off and have you believe that it was some old great grandy time when it wasn't. It really, really wasn't. How are people still getting pushed to this day if the roster is so stacked? How is LeBron, Curry, and KD still the quote-unquote face of the league with our league in the NBA being so stacked? How? Why don't we celebrate the new talent and push them the way that they should be pushed and appreciate the people? It is not right what these brands and companies are doing. Come Mania season, you mean to tell me 3 straight years, The Rock, Roman, and Cody Rhodes need to be at the top of the card again, and Seth Rollins and CM Punk, and they all need to be at the top of the card again. And then again for basketball, you come back again, and we don't have no faces, nobody other than them three: Curry, KD, and LeBron. What is this? Another thing I want to touch on with the NBA is KD, weakest superstar. LeBron, not enough rings. Steph Curry, ruined the game shooting threes. Jason Tatum, he's just soft. Like, we find excuses to discredit people way more than we find ways to give them the credit. We like shove it under listen, if LeBron were to die tomorrow, everyone would be on his nutsack. If Jason Tatum were to have died tomorrow, people would be all over him. Giannis, people would be all over. Any of these guys die tomorrow, and they're talking like this dude is like, they're going to be talking like this dude is top 10. And I just don't understand why. Kobe was not top 10 till he died. Kobe was not top. Nobody ever said Kobe was top 3 till he died. R.I.P. Kobe, R.I.P. Gigi, R.I.P. everyone in that car, in that plane crash. But they were not talking about Kobe like that until he passed away. They were, now all of a sudden he's the Mamba mentality. He's the second to Jordan. You know, no one could have done it better than Kobe. But Tim Duncan they used to say that when the Spurs playing basketball, that was boring. They used to say that was boring. In the 2000s, they used to say there was no defense. Everyone acts like Allen Iverson is so special. But we literally have everything of the old era of basketball. We have that. We have LeBron and Michael Jordan. We have Magic Johnson and Steph Curry. We have Larry Bird and Kevin Durant. We have, who else? We have Allen Iverson and Kyrie Irving. Who else? Like, we literally, everything that they have, we have, and some. I'm sure that there's more players that I could compare to. I could compare Trae Young to a Magic Johnson. I could compare Donovan Mitchell to an Isaiah Thomas. There's just so much that there's the players on top of the play. It's way better nowadays. Don't even get me started on the centers, the Giannis's, the Jokic, the Embiids, the Bam Adebayos. The centers nowadays are so much better than Chuck and Shaq and all them. You know, come on now. Like, they can shoot the 3 ball. They can dribble the ball up the court. And they can get by you in a heartbeat. Take it off the glass. Dribble on up. Shoot a 3 if they want to. Take you all the way to go coast to coast to the hoop. These players are so much better than what we're making them out to be. All because they load manage. So because they play 82 games and they want to take a break here and again, you know, that they're soft, and that's the problem. Because Ant Edwards doesn't want to be the face of a league that all they do is scrutinize him if he doesn't win a championship, and they're going to fine him, you know. And then we want to tell people what they should and shouldn't want. But, you know, I don't understand it. So I hope that this video suits you guys well. I've been recording for 17 minutes, but I just wanted to talk about the hypocrisies, and, you know, we need to push our new stars and our new talents in the NBA and in the WWE. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Royal Red Zone channel. That is it from your boy. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys all soon. I don't know when I'll be posting again. Maybe I'll make a video Wednesday. Hit up in the comments or something. I ask a friend or something what I should make my next video on. But until then, thank you guys. Goodbye.